Gronk, by the way, does not watch film. I just run by guys.
Yeah, which is insane to think that he lasted that long in New England with Bill just saying, yeah, you know what, fuck it. Just let him run by guys. He doesn't have to watch film. Go take a nap in the back, Rob. You'll be okay.
I fucking love it. I mean, this is nothing that you would normally hear from somebody, especially an NFL top 100 player of all time. Yeah, I don't really. And Peyton's head had to explode, by the way. I would assume that his head.
He looked mad.
Well, he did talk about, the Gronk, though, did talk about the trap play, where it's a play action, guard pull, and then tight end release, and then you're basically just a gimme over top of the linebackers who had to bite because the offensive lineman pulled. And we heard that story both in the NFL Top 100 and the whole thing that has happened. And that's where Dallas Clark scored a lot. And then Tom took that up, and basically that is where Gronk has scored 90 touchdowns, I think is what Gronk said last night. But thinking about Gronk not watching film and just going up to Tom and being like, hey, is there anything I need to know this week or whatever? And Tom being like, okay, so the Cards cover 2, you're probably going to do this. Sounds easy. Gronk win then. Right? And then just go and do his thing and dominate. That's amazing. And that makes sense on why when they traded him to the Detroit Lions, aside from the fact that it's the Detroit Lions and it's potentially Calvin Johnson curse, he was probably also like, whoa, I got a guy that tells me 4 sentences, gives me everything I need to know. He's greatest of all time, and all we do is win. I will retire right now. It makes a lot more sense why he will only. Tom Brady's my quarterback. He has said like numerous times, and it makes sense if that has worked so well, so much so that you become like greatest tight end of all time, and literally the only film you have is via another person telling you what to do. Like, hey, I only need you to do a couple things. There's film surfacing on the internet now of obviously Tom telling Gronk to do different things during a play. One of the ones that was most obvious, he literally goes, Gronk, stand up. And then Gronk stands up, and then I think they throw a touchdown to him or something. Like, it is just, that's amazing. Shout out to Gronk for being able to do that. And I don't ever want to compare myself to Gronk or Tom Brady ever, but that's exactly how it goes with SmackDown with Michael Cole. And it is a dream. Like, hey, so Michael Cole is my play-by-play guy. I just want to let everybody know Michael Cole is my play-by-play guy, just like Rob Gronkowski said Tom Brady's my quarterback, and I think it's because of similar reasons. Now, I don't know if we'll ever have the success that they have obviously had. They're going to be the all-time leading connection in touchdowns, but it is really nice when you can just go to somebody who is the greatest of all time and just be like, hey, do I need to know anything tonight? Da-da-da and da-da-da. All right, perfect.
Sounds good.
All right, I'm just going to go out there and have a good time. It is amazing. So I can trust and appreciate the fact that Gronk is doing that at the fucking NFL level, at the highest level. Like, do I need to know anything? Cover 2, but the one guy's a little bit weak, so you'll be able to do that. Okay, thanks, man. All right, I'm out of here. And then they just scored touchdowns.
Yeah.
5 of them so far or whatever. No, is it 4 or 5?
4.
4 of them.
He's got 2 back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, 4. I think he had another one, though, that maybe was supposed to be 5, because I remember screaming to myself, does Gronk have 5 fucking touchdowns? Maybe he dropped one or something like that. Remember, there was people that thought he was, what did you guys trade him? 4th round?
Third rounder, I
Third
believe.
round, which is
But
still
again,
pretty high, by the way.
and
Third rounder is still very high.
And he would only go to one place, so it wasn't as if there were any options for his highest bidder situation.
Yeah, and it wasn't like other teams even had the thought of, would you take Gronk? Because everybody would be like, yes, we'll take
first
him.
round pick.
Yeah, we'll actually have a guy watch film for him. If that's is that what this is going to take or whatever? Let's do it. And that was what I did miss. I did miss that last night. I wanted to ask him about Aaron, and I wanted to ask him about, did your head explode when you heard Rob Gronkowski say he watches no film? Like, have you ever been around anybody like that? Never, I don't think. I think he might be the only guy that has ever reached that level that doesn't watch, like, literally, I think so, AJ.
He sees plenty of film, but it's what the coaches present him probably in his meeting. So that's the thing. Stuff on top of that, I'm sure, is what it sounds like. He doesn't watch anything on his own or at different times.
Yeah, so his iPad, which can track how much film you watch at home, and this was a real change, because when the iPad came, it was an iPad. I don't think Microsoft.
No.
That's what I always said. Somehow all the teams give us iPads for our playbooks, but then you use this Microsoft Surface garbage on the sidelines.
So what's this all about? So during the game,
this Surface can't hold our playbooks? How's that work?
And maybe we can get used to what we'll have on a sideline, or are we just all in the understanding that, this thing stinks, they just paid a lot of money, and we will fuck over the players and the coaches on game day for what they actually use in the game, because Apple, for whatever reason, won't get in the game because Apple knows that they can just sell a new iPhone to everybody and they don't have to do any of the marketing at all. And I've never used the Microsoft Surface. I've never actually had to use anything on the sideline. But I did. The iPad was very fascinating because when that got introduced, it was an accountability test for basically everybody. And I loved when, Chuck tried to hint to people in the team meeting room, like, listen, some people can see how much everybody's doing. Like, that was how he first laid it out, And then as it got older, like as we moved on, there were some players that made some key mistakes or whatever. And Chuck just got to the point where he was like, we can see that you watched no film. Like, we know you have no idea what you're doing. Literally, we see what everybody's doing. So then guys started just playing it through and turning off the sleeper. And it's like, well, I think they could see that as well. I'm not 100% sure you can game the entire system.
Well, and if you're not like a guy like Gronk, like you can't do that, right? Because you'll just be gone. Like if you're not watching film and then you stink on the field, it's like, okay, well, this guy's not going to be around very long.
Be who you can afford to be.
Yeah, exactly.
I assume those first couple weeks where Gronk was trying to get back into game shape down there with Tampa, Clyde Christensen, guys watching no film, right? Guys, right. And then BA's probably like, this motherfucker ain't even watching film or whatever. And Tom's like, just wait.
Yeah.
Just wait. Literally, he was just chilling. He was at some beach party a couple weeks ago. And then boom, all of a sudden started happening. Now he's got 4 touchdowns in 2 games. He's probably going to break all the records if he had to again.
Is he just playing like Doodle Jump and Angry Birds on there, or can you not even get those games?
Hey, Doodle Jump's a pretty good game, huh?
Oh, yeah. That had an unbelievable run.
You know what else did? There was another game on there, Flappy Bird. You remember
They got
Flappy
sued
Bird?
by Mario Bro.
Tap.
Nintendo.
Did it really?
Yeah, they had to take them out.
Because
it's on your phone?
Because the green thing.
Yeah, it's an ADD game.
I don't know why I've never gotten into any games on my phone. I just can't. I don't know.
Because your fingers are
fucking
mangled.
You can't tap
There's a
the screen.
good possibility that you're right there. But I'm pretty good at texting.
There's a lot of precision
not.
to that. I think you do voice to text too. I can tell by the way some of the shit's spelled. But it's probably pretty difficult for you to do that Flappy Bird when you don't know, because your fingerprint ain't ever on it. It's like, does it work with a nail? No, it doesn't. You got to get that thing. You know what I mean?
Go through 8 iPhones a week.